Hi, this is Scott with CrossBikeReview.com. I'm here at Interbike 2017, and with me is the illustrious Richard Estes. Richard, I got to tell you something, guys. I have been on his side for many, many years, and I am just humbled to actually be a colleague or in his presence. And Richard, I got to tell you, you've been very, very gracious and very kind to me in my career as being an editor and starting my site. So I wanted to ask you, how did you come about with your site? Tell us how that started.
Yeah, how did Pez start? You know, I've been hoping somebody would ask me this question. I've been coming to Interbike for 15 damn years, pardon my French, and I was like, when's somebody going to ask me this question? Good question. Did I mention I started it 15 years ago?
15 years ago? Was it 50?
Yeah, it was actually. Look, here's the reality of this whole thing, okay? It's not a glamorous story. Basically, I've been a career marketing guy. I worked in the advertising business for a long time. I worked in the bike business for a couple of years. I was a marketing guy for Rocky Mountain Bicycles. I went to Italy. I worked at Victoria Tires. I came back and I got into the internet business. I started working for internet sports books and casinos, and somehow I logged up 4 years of working for those guys, figuring out how to make people go to a website, hang around, and spend money. Then, like a lot of people come to at certain crossroads in their lives, I was out of a job. And I was out of a job for a while. And I started applying for jobs, and I couldn't get a job.
And what did you do next?
I went, you know, if I'm not going to get paid to do something, I should at least do something I like doing. You know, I like bikes. I know how to make a website. I bet I could do something cool with this. I could probably sell some advertising on it if I could get enough people to look at it. So I did this. Can we just get a close-up on the edge of this table here? Because I think this is going to be an excellent illustration. Once we get that. This is me. I was walking along. This is the cliff. I was walking along and I went, ah! And I jumped off the edge of the cliff. And I started, I was like, I knew I could build a website. I knew I could, if I could get enough readers, I could probably monetize it because I could sell some advertising because I had a background in that. The only thing I didn't have was content. So I had this website with no content. And a very good friend of mine, one night over drinks, I remember this very clearly, I was telling him my plan. I said, I can do this, but the only problem is I don't have any content. He goes, well, just go get some content. Why don't you get some? And I was like, okay, exactly. And it basically boiled down to that. Got into a Yahoo chat group, met my man Alistair Hamilton, who was writing reports for the Vuelta or something at the time. He's still with us today. He edits our Eurotrash column, does all the daily editing on Pez. He's been with me from the get-go, from the start. It started there, and it kind of kept going. After little sidebar, but after 6 months, my readership, which started at about 0, started going into the negative territory. Especially, and during July, during the Tour de France, it was going down. And I went, you know, I think I'm going to have to pull the lever on this because Mrs. Pez is starting to say, you know, are you going to get a real job? So she's starting to give me one of these things. Then,
who's a lovely lady.
Lovely lady.
Oh my God.
Mrs. Pez. She's been with me from the start. By fluke, we got credentials to the Vuelta a España in 2003. And I emailed Alistair. I said, Al, look, we've got credentials. Can you go to the race? And by the way, I don't have any money. Can you pay your own way? And by the way, the only thing you have to do is take pictures of podium girls. If you don't do anything, just get me some pictures of podium girls. And he goes,
is that how Daily Distractions started?
That's exactly how Daily Distractions started. And he says, okay, I'll do it. And he did it, and I'm not kidding you. This was a pivotal moment in Pez. We put up Daily Distractions, and all of a sudden,
PPM?
Yes.
That's a pivotal moment.
The DD, PPM. The DDs were a PPM. The double Ds were a PPM. Basically, after that, somehow we got some traction. Let's say I never looked back. How's that? To make a long story short, there are a lot of highlights in there, but...
That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know another website that has the Daily Distractions. It's very tasteful. I've actually had some people put in your Daily Distractions, take pictures of the podium girls at the Vuelta.
Like, you know, it was back, you've got to remember, it's about 14 years ago. And perhaps things were different, but I'm pretty sure that today people still like looking at beautiful women. And it was like not really a hard, difficult task to assign to anybody. So it all worked out in the end.
Well, anyway, that is a stroke of genius. I haven't seen anything else like that on any other website. I really appreciate you, you know, giving me inspiration to have a website like yours, and I'm trying my best. This is Scott with CrossBikeReview.com. We're here at Interbike 2017. Thanks a lot. Come by see our site. Come by and see Pez Cycling News. We'll see you guys later.